hello. Yesterday I have asked you all on my YouTube what kind of videos you want to see from me, because I run out of ideas and I want to keep giving you content that's not just slop, that's just there to post. I'm noticing the big demand for a Q&A video and also a bunch of videos about hair questions. I wonder why. I asked you then to ask me a bunch of questions for a Q&A, so there we go. Welcome to the Sonico's Q&A. That was so hardly awaited. I've got my phone. Okay, I've got the form ready. We're going, actually I don't have it open. Hold on. So welcome to the Sonico's Q&A. Also, before I started recording this video, we did like redo my entire room. But you all said that you want it to be in one long video, therefore all of that furniture stuff is going to be in the same video as all of the poster stuff. And not all of my posters are even in my house yet, therefore, yeah, it's going to take quite a while for that video to come out. But I hope you'll like it, and it's going to be quite a long one as well. So, I don't make a lot of those. Number one, have no legs or have no arms. Preferably probably no legs, because I don't really go outside, so sitting at my desk playing Minecraft is very doable without your legs. I don't know why am I talking like this? Why am I doing that fuck-ass deep voice again? No legs. Easy question. Thank you. Ballerina, cappuccino, tung 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 sahur. That is the worst section of memes that have ever been created on the planet Earth. I hate them. I would rather listen to I am the one and only owner of the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu than ever hear Tung 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 Sahur. And even if, by the way, Tung 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 Sahur was my least favorite one. I fucking hated him from the start. He was overrated from the start. My favorite one was Brr Brr Patapim. But anyway, I hate all of those Italian brain rot memes. They're horrible. I hate them. Which YouTube video was the most fun to film? Probably the bowling one, I would say. But I have recorded a bunch of videos with my friends. I just have never posted them because editing gaming videos or videos where we are on call with someone on Discord, worst videos to edit ever, completely worst ever. So I think I had the most fun on my bowling video. Yeah, I don't really do. Actually, what videos have I ever posted? Hold on. YouTube. Sony, you can't see me. My PC's right there. Okay, I'm just looking at my channel. I really like recording the videos where I dye my hair. They're just horrible to edit. But yeah, I think I would say the bowling one, because then I was actually doing something. So I'm gonna say the bowling one. What's your favorite hair color that you've had? It would be either between teal, ginger, and like a very bright blonde. That's underneath this purple, by the way. Right underneath this purple, we have pretty much white blonde. I don't know where that going. I don't know if it's ever gonna come back. Maybe. But apart from that, teal and orange. I really like myself with ginger hair. That's because I'm very proud. Movie recommendations. I am the worst person who could ask for that because I don't watch movies. I don't have the attention span to watch movies.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. In the past 24 hours, I've watched 4 movies, bruv.
Follow my letterbox. I never beg for subs. You can watch all of my videos. I've never asked you for subs. And for some fuck-ass reason, that worked because I'm on 3K. Whatever. I won't beg you for subs on YouTube, but please follow my letterbox. Maybe Instagram. It's, you know how humbling it is when I give someone my Instagram and I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's like my public Instagram. I have a private one for just like 10 of my friends or whatever. So this is my main one. You can like follow it and everything. And then they follow me and they hit me with a private account with triple the amount of followers I have on my main. You know how humbling that is? My favorite movies though, when I was a kid, I really loved Hotel Transylvania to the point where I know all of the lines to it. In the Polish dubbing version, I know all of the lines to the first movie and half of the lines to the second movie. Planes, banging movie, one of my favorites, and my Twitter banner on Twitter. Twitter banner? What am I saying? Box Trolls. One of the best movies to ever be created. And out of Disney movies, I really like Tangled. Best movie. That's the first time I've cried on a movie as well. I remember the first time I've cried on a movie. And I'm a pussy. I cry on most movies, right? I remember I was watching Tangled in the living room and I was laying down and I cried when Rapunzel got her hair cut off and everything. Can I spoil? I feel like everybody's ever watched Tangled, but I feel bad spoiling. Banging movie though. And out of like actual movies, I don't really watch a lot, but The Perks of Being a Wallflower is a really great one. Although it really pissed me off because I read the book first and then I watched the movie and I didn't really imagine the characters. I thought Charlie was a girl! Best snack. I'm not big on snacks, but that's because I get sick if I eat too much. And then I also get sick if I eat sweets. Therefore, I can only snack on stuff like crisps. But I hate eating crisps because I have a weird thing where I cannot have grimy hands. Therefore, if I eat crisps, I eat them with chopsticks. But that's a lot of effort. Therefore, I eat like 2 and give up. So I don't really snack a lot. Yeah. I think in the past week I've eaten approximately 15 bananas, if that like satisfies your answer, if that's satisfying. Why can I not speak English today? Oh my god. How old are you? I've said how old I am on my stream on my birthday. I just like rage baiting people with that because I've never said how old I am. It was always that only a couple of my friends knew it, and it was after they paid me. My friends paid me in Fortnite skins to know how old I am. And then I would never say it on Twitch, and then randomly on my birthday I was just like, wait, do you want to know how old I'm actually turning? Because like, I don't really care. And there was like 3 people on that stream. And so ever since then, I tell my friends how old I am, tell my parents to shut the fuck up. But I keep rage baiting everyone on like Twitch and TikTok and everything because I will not tell you how old I am. And tell them to shut the fuck up or I'm gonna bust the door down and leave the house and never come back ever again. How long are you? I'm 5'4", slash for normal people 164 centimeters tall. I can like stand up for you if you want that. Like, oh, okay, sorry, my head just hit like a toy spider. This is me compared to a normal sized guitar. Is that a good comparison? I don't know if you know how big a guitar is, but I don't have anything else to compare myself to. So, if I'm counting correctly, I would be approximately like 65-ish inches tall, right? That's not correct, is it? 12 inches in a foot, and I'm 5'4", therefore it would be 10 times 5, that's 50, 2 times 5, therefore that's 60, and 4 times 5, that's 70 inches tall. 64 inches tall. Patch that. Okay, sorry. Can you speak Polish for us? I don't want to answer that, because I would rather not do that, purely for the reason of I have 2 TikTok accounts. Well, I have more, but 2 are my main. I have a Polish one, where I speak Polish, and then I have an English one. That's my actual main account. And whilst on the English one, you know, people actually, like, talk about the topics of my videos, you know. They give me advice, maybe. I don't know. Just... you know, if I'm talking about something, they will talk to me in the comments back about that topic. On my Polish account, while it's cool that all of my videos blow up, because like 3 of them are around 100,000 views, they only have 100,000 views because people make fun of me because whenever I speak Polish, I have a slight English accent, and that's not ideal. I'm not even kidding. I was on call with Bree the other day, and my mom phoned me asking me what I want to eat, and I started speaking to my mom in Polish, and my mom yelled at me saying, "Can you speak with a Polish accent? It's your first language. Speak it with your accent." Whatever, man. Who are your favorite YouTubers? I've only really been a fan of like a couple. Ever since 2021, I've been a big fan of TommyInnit, even though I like recently stopped watching him. But that's, I don't know why. J-Schlatt, big fan of J-Schlatt. For the past like 2.5 years, I've been really big on Beta Squad, NDL, those types of, not Sidemen though. Beta Squad, but not Sidemen. Shut the fuck up! And then, also this year I started watching a lot more Memulous. I'm on the Memulous channel. Did I tell you that? Haha! You're talking to Mr. Popular right here. And then Josie K. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube, or movies, or shows, or anything. I kind of just lay in my bed on TikTok. Sometimes maybe play a game with someone, that's really it. With who do you live? My annoying fuck-ass brother, my mom that hates it when I speak at a humane volume, and my mom and husband that also hates it when I speak at a humane volume, and they will all tell me to shut the fuck up the second they don't want to hear me. And they don't ever want to hear me, therefore I can never speak. I'm never allowed to speak. How many times have I yelled at them to shut the fuck up in this video, bruv? Like 3? I don't know.
Right, I know I sound like a dickhead when I say that, but they're just a bunch of hypocrites, okay? Because I can hear them all the time, yelling, throwing stuff, running, jumping, screaming, whatever, you know? They do so much stuff that I can hear through my door. And then 20 times a day, they will, at least 20 times a day, they will call my phone, knock on the door, tell me to shut the fuck up because they can hear me. I can hear you 3 times as loud through my door throughout the entire day. Most of the day, my friends are at school. I don't make any noise because I'm sat alone. I'm not on the phone. I'm sat on TikTok. You can hear me for like an hour a day, and you cannot stand it. When I have to stand your screaming throughout the entire day, fucking hypocrite, annoying.
Please, someone tell me how to soundproof my door. Oh my god, I will literally get down on my knees and kiss your fucking feet. Oh my god, workingly soundproof my door. And I was thinking about just putting a blanket on top of it and like securing it so that it would like hit all the cracks or whatever. But I don't think that would work. And either way, how then, if I did that, how would I access my actual like door handle, doorknob? A knob is the twisty thingy, that's a door handle, right? Whatever, man. Do you like snails? I'm scared of snails. I will genuinely run away. If I see a snail and I'm outside, I'm not very often outside, but if I do see a snail, I'm running away. I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of everything that's small, especially the flying ones. Because, you know, a snail, okay, I'll just walk away from a snail. I'm not gonna run away. But if snails could fly, oh, because they're gross, they're grim, they're slimy. Ugh, gross. When was it Prime? I hate to say it, but I think my prime was early 2024 when I got that fuck-ass viral video on TikTok that I'm never gonna show you. You've not seen it, and you never will see it for no amount of money. Never will I ever show anyone that video. It's so bad. It's so bad. It went viral. Yes, it has like 350,000 views. I have it privated. I'm never gonna show it to anybody. It's so bad. And then pretty much any time between like March of 2024 to like mid-October 2024, all of that was my prime. After October, everybody started hating me, so yeah, up until October 2024, exactly a year ago, my prime ended. Huzzah! What's your favorite hair color that you've done so far? I'm starting to see a pattern, because this is like the 5th time I'm seeing this question. What brand of hair dye would you recommend? I don't really use a lot of brands, like pretty much only use one that's like toners, not actual hair dyes, but they're quite good. They stay in your hair, but then they also are quite easy to remove. With bleach, turns out not hair color remover. With bleach, they're easy to remove. And while I know that if you want to go back to your natural hair color, bleach might not be the best choice for you, I'm not one to stay to a color, so yeah, I don't stay loyal. I mean, I do. I do. I'm a loyal person. Just not to hair colors, because I get bored. Pretty much, like, 70% of my hair dyeing videos, I will use these types of hair dyes, and I don't know if you can get them outside of Poland. I've never seen anybody else use them outside of Poland, so. And then except for that, I think Lowry's Directions is going to be available everywhere. They're very good. The pink ones wash out very fast, though. So if you want to go pink, don't go. Fucking hell. If you want to go pink, don't do Lowry's Directions, because that gets out very easily. But the turquoise, don't get me started. 3 bleach rounds and it still wasn't out. Favorite childhood memory? I don't really remember a lot of my childhood. Like, I think I can't remember anything clearly up until, like, 2023. Anything before 2023 I can't remember clearly, which sounds really bad, because why can't I remember anything? I have really shit memory, but then also, I do remember my first ever birthday party. That's a memory that I do have, but then also I don't remember it clearly enough to replay it in my head. I think I'm not a good person to ask that. I'm not a good person to ask that because I can't imagine anything in my head. I've seen a video on TikTok about that, actually. Because turns out some people, if you tell them to imagine something in their head, they're gonna see it. I don't see anything in my head. If you tell me to imagine an apple, I cannot imagine an apple. I can imagine the, like, general idea on what an apple is, but I can't imagine the actual thing in my head. I'm really bad with remembering faces because of that. I will not remember what you look like. If you ask me right now, what does my mom look like? I will tell you that I think she has blue eyes, because I have blue eyes, so I'm assuming she has blue eyes. And she has brown hair, I think. Up to where? I don't know. I cannot remember what people look like, but if you tell me you have black and red hair, I will remember that. But not because I can imagine it in my head, just because you told me that and I remember it as a fact. So I don't really remember a lot of stuff from my childhood, and yeah. I'm actually trying to think right now, but the only things that can come to my mind is when I was a kid and I was sat in front of my mom's fuck-ass laptop that doesn't work anymore, and I was recording my fuck-ass YouTube videos that I would gladly show you all, but they're all in Polish, so I'd have to add captions to them. Or like dub them, maybe even. And I really can't be asked to do that. I don't remember anything of my childhood that I could say that's relevant enough to answer that question. Do you study something? I'm in high school. In Poland, you only have primary school and then you have high school. We don't have the equivalent of secondary school. You start primary, you go there for 8 years, then you take your exams, and after the exams, you go to high school, and then after high school, you take another set of exams, and then you can go to uni, but you don't have to go to uni, so. I'm in high school, and my major subjects that I take are geography. Who's surprised? And currently it's IT, but next year I'm gonna change it to geography and English, because things are getting hard and I'm not really following up on it. Actually, I think I have my geography exam on Friday. Do you have advice for starting YouTube? I really don't, and I'm really sorry that I have to say that, but I've been doing YouTube since I was 4. Like, on and off, obviously. I did some stuff when I was 4, like some vlogs, then when I was like 6, I did some Littlest Pet Shops or Lego Friends videos, and then I would stream Movie Star Planet on YouTube, and then I started Twitch streaming, and now I'm doing YouTube again. So it's been an on and off thing with the content creation. But I think because I've been doing it for like the majority of my life, I have a general idea on what I should post, what I want to post, what I want to do and everything. Post what you would want to watch. I personally hate watching some sorts of videos, and I know that I'll never post them because if I hate watching something, I'm not going to post it on my channel. I like watching vlogs, therefore I post vlogs. I like watching GeoGuessr videos, that's why I posted one. Even though I did say I'm not going to post gaming videos, but then I was ill and I couldn't record anything else. And then genuinely, I do enjoy watching GeoGuessr videos, so yeah. If I were to record like a Fortnite video or a Minecraft video, Roblox video, I wouldn't watch it. I don't watch my videos back. I don't ever watch my videos back because I cringe at myself. I would never post a video that I wouldn't watch if somebody else posted. That's my only advice. Post something that you would want to watch, even from somebody else, not from yourself. Post what you would want to watch, not stuff that you're doing for the purpose of doing content. And just have fun with it, because if you're gonna force yourself to do stuff, then it's not gonna be fun for you, and what is the point? Unless you're doing it purely for the money, then I guess don't have fun with it. I guess post what gets pushed, whatever. But if you want to do it for the fun, for the fact that you like making content, then do what makes you happy. Yeah. I'm really bad at talking. Meow. 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 Do you regret anything? Yeah, quite a lot of things, especially a lot of friendships. I'm not good with making friends, and I'm not good with getting social cues either, therefore half of my friends that I've ever had, actually most of them, apart from the 3 friends I have right now, all of my friends that I've ever had that I'm not friends with anymore either ended up being racist, either ended up being homophobic, or being pedos and grooming me and my friends. Ah! I'm so happy! And the worst one that I've talked about in a video that's called like The Internet is Scary or whatever. The worst one that I talked about, that was my like best friend for 4 years and he was like 30. The worst part is everybody has been telling me to not talk to him because it's weird. And then I was like, well, no, because he's my best friend, and you're all gonna leave because we're all gonna stop being friends eventually, and he's been my friend through like a bunch of friend groups, so he's gonna still be my friend. And I was really attached to the fact that I'm gonna have a friend, because I never was big on having friends. It was out of force, not out of choice, okay? I never had a lot of friends, I never talked to a lot of people, I never was a very social person, and while I would go outside, maybe go to a playground or something, everybody would have friends and I would just sit there in the back. I even was in like some fuck-ass TV show when I was like 7 or so, maybe 9, I don't remember. And everybody there knew each other. Everybody there was talking, having fun, and I was just sat in the corner with my mom because I didn't know anybody there and I was scared. And I did not make a single friend there. Not even for like 5 minutes. Nobody talked to me. So once I found somebody that stuck with me for like 3 years, it was a very cool idea for the fact that, oh, maybe we will actually stay friends. Maybe we will, I can't speak. Maybe we will actually be friends, and maybe you're not a groomer. Turns out he was. So, boo-hoo, I guess. So yeah, this is, I think, what I regret the most, like, not ever trusting anybody who told me, hey, you're gonna get groomed. Because I did, for 4 years. And I always said that I don't count it as getting groomed because it was online, but then people told me that most grooming happens online, so. I have had unrestricted internet access since I was like 6 years old, therefore, all of my friends that I've ever been friends with were usually older than me. I've not found friends that were younger than me up until last year. I was never friends with anybody younger than me. And I don't mean by like, oh, they were older by a month. No, I meant like they were older by a couple years. That was a very long answer. I'm really sorry, but I mostly regret just having a bunch of friends online that were widows. Dream place to visit. Listen, I know people would usually answer that with like Ibiza, Hawaii maybe. I don't know, you know? No, personally, my dream place to visit, and I wish I was kidding when I said that, is Bristol. Bristol, Edinburgh. And I want to visit London, but I don't want to live there. Because in Edinburgh, I could live. you know? In Bristol, I could live. I want to move to Bristol when I'm 18. I would do anything in my capability to not move to London. And well, like, you know, it sounds cool. Oh, yeah, I live in London. That sounds pretty cool. I live in the capital city. I hate it here. I don't want to live in the capital city. Yeah, overall, my dream places to visit are all around the UK. But I really do want to travel. So once I'm 18, if I have enough money, I really want to go to places like Berlin, Vienna. I really want to go to Vienna. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Cologne in Germany. They have a beautiful cathedral. I'm not particularly very religious, even though I am technically Catholic, because I've been baptized. But I really want to see the cathedral. Cathedrals and churches are always so pretty. If I had to pick one city out of the entirety of the UK that I would want to visit, it would definitely be Edinburgh. But no, it's just a very pretty city. It's just a very pretty city, and I really like it. So I'd want to go to Edinburgh. And I'm going to Glasgow. Fuck me. I really want to visit a lot of places though. I just don't have enough money, so I'm talking about like Europe-wise. Favorite movie? That's pretty much the same question as movie recommendations, but I feel like I don't really have a favorite movie, okay? I have my errors where I watch a certain movie a lot. I don't have a favorite movie, but I do have a favorite TV series. My favorite TV series would 100% definitely be American Horror Story, the first season, Murder House. Best cinematic universe ever. Loved it. I could live there. If you would allow me to, I would live there. And I'm pretty sure you can rent out the house on like Airbnb and go in there for like a night or whatever. It's really expensive, but I'm pretty sure you can do that. If you can still do that, that's my dream place to visit. I just remembered about that existing. If you can still do that, that's my dream place to visit. It's like in California or something. Your favorite stream? Any of the ones where I hosted a game show. I've hosted like Weakest Link, Stolen of Beta Squad. I've hosted Love a Host, Stolen of Austin. I've hosted a lot of game shows on Twitch, and any of the streams where I did host one were definitely my favorites because they're the most fun, you know? Favorite song at the moment? KMD and You Are Ever So Dear in Our Hearts Because of It by American Poetry Club. Streaming or making videos? I prefer streaming because it's more like I'm there right now. Streaming or making videos, I don't feel like it's a very comparable thing because while streaming is cool because I'm there right now, I get to talk to you while I'm live, you know, we can get to have a conversation and everything. It's worse because half of this video is me stuttering. And then I'm gonna sit there and cut it out so you can't see me stutter and fuck up everything that I'm saying. I get to think about, hey, what do I want to talk about in this video? And I get to choose what I talk about and what I don't talk about. I get to decide what I put in the video, what I don't put in the video. And streams are harder for me to keep up with because I'm not a particularly very talkative person, as I've said before. And to keep a stream entertaining, you do need to talk quite a lot. In like this time, you can't really have a break or anything. So streams are harder for me to keep up with unless I have a person on the call that will like, you know, lead me to keeping up with the stream. I think videos are much easier to make, but streams are far more enjoyable, I would say. But then also it's a lot more stressful to stream because what if somebody on my call like doxes me right now? So I think it's a lot more stressful, but it's a lot easier. Because you need to actually think about what you're saying. Although I feel like I stutter less when I stream. I was live yesterday for like 3 hours. I feel like I stutter far less when I stream. I do have a stutter problem, and I don't know where it came from. I didn't have a stutter up until this year, and now everybody tells me that ever since they started talking to me, their stutter got worse. What the hell? And there's another question about music. If you want to know my favorite songs, I have a Spotify that's linked in my link tree, I'm pretty sure. I'm really not one to beg because I feel bad when I beg. If you're like interested in what my favorite songs are, you can go on my Spotify and then you don't need to ask me and like wait for me to answer your question. My Spotify's pinned. I have a bunch of playlists. I make a playlist a month or so, probably more than that actually. And that's all the questions that I'm going to answer because there's a couple that I'd rather not, quite frankly. I'm going to leave the form with video ideas up so that you get to tell me what you want to see from me more. After I go to Glasgow, you'll definitely see a lot of vlogs from that because I'm going to be out with a friend and we're gonna have to do stuff and it's gonna be cool and I'm gonna definitely record a lot of this. Soon you're gonna get my room makeover video, definitely. Also, I'm really sorry that I'm not looking at the camera because that scares me. Like, looking at one place when I'm talking really scares me a lot. So I'm just looking around my room. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in a week, right? Bye bye!